After the show.
Something interesting happened on Halloween night with you and me, Murph, at the house.
What's that?
And it's
Is
so
this a ghost story?
No.
We were ghosted, though, by the trick-or-treaters because nobody showed up, right?
We knew that.
I know. I mean, I knew that we kind of knew that, but
in future years, we can go to friends' houses. We have plenty of friends who live in neighborhoods that are heavy trick-or-treated.
Yeah.
We just figured, let's not do that in a COVID world, whatever. We had gone and hung out with some of our friends. You're supposed to have that group of 10 people that you can hang out with. You're one of ours, Sam, obviously, and so is Bailey. Well, we have some friends, Brett and Jodi. They're one of our 10. We've seen them since the beginning, and so we hung out with them to watch a game and stuff. So anyway, afterward, when it was trick-or-treat time, Murphy and I were home, and Taylor was gone out with friends, baby, to a haunted house, and,
yeah.
Phoebe was with a small group of friends, too, at somebody else's house, dressed up
really
like
funny.
all the Johnny Depp.
I don't remember what happened, so I'm really curious to find out here.
It's just a subtle thing that happened that I thought, wow, this is interesting. So
that we watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No, not that.
Ooh, spooky.
Episode 1 of season 2. Yeah, I know.
Okay, whatever. That's not the point, what we watched. It was one of those things where we spent more time trying to figure out what to watch. Yeah. We finally landed. It's like, just turn it on. No, we were at home by ourselves Saturday night, Halloween night, no trick-or-treaters, and we saw it completely differently. So normally the kids have the family room, and there's pizza boxes, and the TV's left on, and the couch is all crazy. Yeah. And the family room is one of the coolest rooms in our house. It was an add-on. We didn't add it on. Someone else who used to live in this house added it on, and it's just cozy and it's awesome. And we have a big screen TV back there on a sofa. The dog's crates are in there, yada, yada, yada. And Murphy's, what do you call it? Turntable is back there. It's where he plays albums and stuff. It's just a cool room. So I'm walking in and I'm thinking, God, it's nice. It's nice to have the family room to ourselves and to have just this
no kids
time
around
without, somebody, I don't know, taking the room away or asking questions.
Yeah.
And it was just nice. And as soon as I thought that, you said, God, it's so quiet. I miss the girls. And
really? I didn't know you had that thought at the same moment.
I had that thought. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to argue about it or whatever, but I was enjoying that. And isn't that funny how you just see things? Now, there are times when I really do miss them and I feel the same way. But at that moment, I was like, my family room, my remote, let's watch whatever we want to do. It's quiet. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a Saturday night. You're really trying to relax, the whole weekend vibe.
It's just the way that we saw it so differently.
Saturday night Halloween party.
Yeah.
Well, we were invited to some parties, but we just didn't go.
Yeah. So, I did enjoy the time. I did put on a piece of vinyl and but
All right,
you mean a record?
Suave.
Right. So I think they call it vinyl now today. Anyway, I don't know that they call it
I don't think the kids call it record. A record, no.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's just funny to me the way we saw it differently because I think that's going to be the way it is. There are times when it's difficult to get used to. Phoebe still lives at home, obviously, and Taylor comes home all the time. In fact, one of my favorite parts of the weekend was last night, Sunday night, when she showed up at like 8 p.m. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And so they were both there, and we just had this impromptu family hangout for a couple of hours. That was really fun because Phoebe's a different kid when Taylor's around. A lot of fun.
Well,
that was one of my favorites, but it's not always that way for me.
It's a pattern. The thing is when you get used to patterns and, I guess eventually you get used to it the other way around too, Sam, because you have your younger ones every other weekend, but your oldest moved out years ago.
Yeah.
And so
so did my exes.
Yeah, right. But a room takes on energy to me, and so that is a room. Our family room. It has my grandmother's old piano. The room is just kind of it's the hangout room. It's the one that Jodi's okay with me putting things on the shelf and stuff like that.
Well,
but Jodi is
he
really
decorates in there, and it's like, okay, please don't decorate in any other part of the house. That's mine.
You are better. You are better at that than me for sure. But that is the room where, like Jodi said, their friends are over, and the doors are usually closed. You'll either hear the rumble of the TV, or you'll hear them playing the piano, or that's where Phoebe will go and play her guitar. So there's always
Video games.
Yeah, there's a sound usually coming out of that room, and when you walk into it, it's got that going on. So when they're not home and it's that that quiet, it's just, to me, it jumped out.
It did jump out, but you just felt it differently than I did, because I was like, finally mine. Even for just a few hours, I was excited about it being mine. But that's a realistic thing that we're going to have to get used to. Phoebe's not, as old of a soul as she is, she's not about staying home all the time.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be hours more and more.
Pretty soon, it's just going to be the two of you.
I know.
Yeah. At 19 and 15, we're getting closer to that.
That empty nest.
Not in a rush. I would think that we have at least a good 5 years maybe before Phoebes moves out, or more maybe.
At least.
If she stays through college.
Taylor came home Friday night. Oh, you have pizza coming? Okay, I'll be there. And then she did, and it was fine.
Yeah.
We want her to do that. Like the dining hall had closed. And
so you're starting to think we should have sent her to college further away?
No.
Saturday, while we were with friends away, she stopped by the house to put together her costume. I'm not sure if she hit my closet or hers, but she put together a costume. She went as a Pokemon character or something.
Yeah.
Catcher fair, I don't know, but and then Sunday she came by just to hang out, visit, catch up with Phoebe. So she does stop in, which I really like. I want to be that house, and it's worked out.
Well, yeah, at least where they are.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, I don't mind being the congregation place, but. Again, I think that's why it's so noticeable when it's quiet and nobody is there.
I know. It's just funny how there will be a time when you're like, yes, but you weren't the other night. I thought that was funny.
So y'all watch Mrs. Maisel?
Yeah, it's a show that we had given a try the first season and we had dropped it. So it's like, let's give this one more try. And it was a very slow episode. So I'm sitting here thinking, no, not again. And of course, at the end, it was great. So we'll see.
It picked up.
There's a lot more that I
No
want to
Mandalorian?
watch. I wouldn't be able to follow that, Sam. I would not be able to follow that.
Rachel, who's the actress? I never.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah, right. She's the the lead, and she is. She's really very good in the role. That's what keeps me coming back to it, because she plays the character so well. When there's something
unlike
that's
anything else on television, too.
But there is almost too much to pick from.
Yeah.
How often have you sat there for 30 minutes, wasting 30 minutes just trying to decide?
Yeah. I wanted to check out the next, couple of episodes of David Letterman's My Guest Needs No Introduction.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling documentary-ish on a Saturday night, though.
Yeah.